Milk Bottle Audio presents The Museum of Tat, devised by Robert Crichton, with Michael Forbes. Hello and welcome to the Museum of Tat, and I'm Colin Jeffries, Professor Colin Jeffries of the Tat Museum, and I'm joined once again by my good associate, Professor Geoffrey Collins, Professor of Tat at Sheffield University.
Yes, thank you.
And it's been a long time since I saw you last.
Oh, I couldn't even possibly want to bother to guess. I know. If I'm honest.
For those wondering where Geoffrey has been, Jeff has been seconded to the Tat Classification Board after last week's discussion of a borderline piece of Tat.
Yes.
It actually went all the way to the Tat Classification Board, and we're glad to say that it was eventually classified as officially canonised Tat. So the glittery snow globe is now officially Tat, regardless of essentially its production cost and its high technical value.
One or two scary moments. One naysayer whose name shall not be mentioned here.
Yes. Anyway, we move on to today's item, and you'll be glad to know that today's item is currently, hypothetically, keeping my tea warm. Now, again, this is another borderline piece of Tat. We are, in fact, testing it now to find out whether it will officially classify as Tat, because it is a piece of electrical equipment. It's a thing of beauty. It is a tea warmer.
For the audience, could you clarify a bit more what that actually means?
A tea warmer is a device that warms tea.
Ah, right. So pretty much.
The tea is, of course, pre-warmed.
Yes.
Using a kettle-like device or something similar.
So you wouldn't start off with cold tea.
No. That would be horrible.
Yes.
And so, however, if you're in a long meeting and you won't necessarily have an opportunity to drink your tea, this device is USB fitted, so it's quite a modern piece of Tat.
USB.
It will plug into your laptop, and in theory, keep your tea warm. Now, we've had this plugged in for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so.
At least, yes.
Yeah. So we're now going to find out whether the tea is still warm.
I'm on the edge of my seat. We don't often do these live experiments.
I'm literally picking up the cup of tea.
He is
now
picking up the tea,
and I think if you'd like to just touch the side of the mug there.
Oh,
it's definitely quite appreciably hot.
Yeah, at least tepid.
I'd say it's above tepid. Considering it's been there for at least 20 minutes.
Well, that is fine because
normally I would expect it to be a drinking temperature now, but I'd be actually on the borderline cusp of no longer drinkable. When it's gone down to that slope. So the other test, of course, the most important, I think, here is to find out actually how hot the hot plate is. Now, I would like to say, don't try this at home.
Or if you do,
we are professionals.
If you do want to try it at home, please make sure somebody's videoing it and send it along to us. We could do a few laughs.
We would definitely put a YouTube video of that online and hopefully monetize it.
Yes.
I think we would. Don't put it up yourself. Just send us a copy. So if I could just ask Geoffrey to just put his hand on the plate.
Well, that is quite uncomfortably hot, I have to say.
I have to say there is an appreciable warmth from above the plate.
Some of my skin does appear to be sticky.
Oh, that is actually surprisingly warm.
Well, I didn't need those fingerprints anyway.
Yes, I think we can safely say that Jeff's fingers are slightly singed, and that's quite impressive. Now, of course, the other test here is to find out whether, if left on long enough, it will set fire to the building. I'm just going to unplug it now so that we can do some measurements. And there's a light on the side of it. I think we should mention the on-off switch.
Yes,
because it doesn't automatically stay on when plugged into the USB source. And the great thing, actually, that reassures me that this may still just about classify as Tat is that when we did switch it on, the light didn't really stay on, did it?
No,
it flickered quite a lot. We had to waggle quite a bit with the lead.
We were both waggling our lead.
We waggled our lead quite a long time. I mean, I took
eventually it did turn on.
It did. So I'm just going to switch it off. There we are.
I feel much safer.
I have to say the lead itself is actually quite hot. I think you can just feel that, Jeff.
Yes, yeah. There's definite warmth.
Definite warmth to the actual cable itself. So that I think is reassuring in a sense. Now the unit itself, I picked up the base of it is quite warm, but it is designed that way. There are air holes at the bottom. It's roughly circular in yellow plastic, with a sort of flattened end one side, and on the top of the yellow plastic is a circular base plate. Now the lead, which I'm unplugging from its USB source, if you could just hold one end of the lead there.
Course, yes.
The lead is actually quite long. It's a good... Oh, there we are.
Wow,
that's quite impressive. That's 58 inches in length. So you could actually power your tea from somebody else's laptop on the other side of the table.
It's impressive, and I suppose hazard to keep liquids away from the laptop, because
Yeah, absolutely. So in that sense, there is a built-in safety issue, because if it does catch on fire, it will also do that a long way away.
See, I'm feeling we're steering away from Tat and more into home shopping channel mode.
It is very much a disappointment, I think, to us that live on air we have dismissed this as Tat, because otherwise it does fit all the basic requirements of Tat. It's cheaply made. I believe its provenance, its initial provenance when it was given to us, was in fact a free gift in a magazine.
But there's not even any markings to say where it was
made. There's no reassuring
manufacturers.
No reassuring signs of made in Taiwan.
No, none of that.
Anything
always
like that.
Guarantee of quality.
Absolutely, because of course the other element of Tat is, of course, truly should be defined by an appalling human rights record. If this hasn't been manufactured by a group of poorly paid, possibly starving workers who... Preferably children, because they have small little hands that can do all the detailed work. If ultimately this has not happened, then it's the ratio for Tat is very important between the pointlessness of the object. And we have to say, to some degree, it is fundamentally pointless. Because it's... A cup of tea kept warmed by this method indefinitely will taste horrible.
Most definitely.
Tea is a short-lived thing,
yeah.
And even coffee, to some degree, will go horribly wrong if left. So it is, to some degree, pointless as even though it has a functionality. So maybe we can argue there that this is pointless, as it is just a gimmick.
Yes, and what are you doing for so long that you're leaving tea liquid around your house? Potentially really hot. That could spill on a small child or a midget, and of course they could tread on it. A small cat could lick it.
Indeed, and burn its tongue. But going back to the point about the balance between the utter pointlessness of the object and the amount of effort and energy that has gone into producing it. Someone has gone out there and drilled for oil to produce the plastic, sourced all the various components and assembled it, but ultimately this is utterly worthless because it was a free gift. And what does that say about us? That we like tea. We really like tea.
And free stuff.
And free stuff. We do like free stuff, and that's really what the Museum of Tat is all about. So that is it for today. I think we are going to officially classify this as part of the technologies section of Tat. And if you have any items of Tat yourself that you're interested in passing on, please keep it. We don't want it, but we would like a photograph of it and any technical specifications that go with it. So do get in touch.
Measurements. Always important.
Measurements and always imperial. We don't do metric.
No.
Because God save the Queen. God save the Queen. God save the Queen. The Museum of Tat can now be found on Twitter at Museum of Tat.